A woman wrote, or somebody wrote, or it was a woman, I believe, wrote, I'm tired of fighting for someone else. For once, they wrote, for once, can somebody fight for me? Thought about that, and something else that was written. Um, if there's ever going to be anything that gets done or accomplished, it's going to have to come off of the power and the strength of these things attached to your body called arms and fingers or whatever. I saw something else that said demisexual. I think that's what it was called, in case y'all know about the term demisexual. Demisexual is somebody who believes that there has to be some form of emotional attachment before sexual activity can transpire. Bringing up these number of things today to do a video. I haven't done videos in a while. I've been spending time with my two kids and whatnot, and enjoying that space. But it's time to say enough with any forms of negativity, and to promote any forms of positivity. In order for this to occur, we got to stop and talk. Women want things that they'll probably never get. And that sounds like I have a bad attitude, but I really don't if you stop and think about it. There is a method to the madness. Men want things that they can get. And they actually can achieve the goals that they set. And I have dialogue, and I realize that I'm not the do-all, be-all representation of man. So what I say a lot of times is looked at as, maybe people internally or under their breath or something feel I'm negative because I am the one that said relationships don't work. I've been examining this thing, though. You guys think they work? Send me a comment. Click the dislike button. Say something. Why do you think they do work? And, well, when I say men, it's easy for a man to accomplish what he desires. His is a physical goal. And that goal can be set off of one beautiful night with a woman. Her, on the other hand, hers might just be beginning. Almost like a flower that blossoms or blooms or opens up. Her love is just now getting started. Whereas the man might be saying inside of his mind from a sick standpoint, I guess, where can I drop you off at? Now, I want to be the one that takes the blame for anybody who won't take the blame or responsibility for why things don't work. If we find 5, 10, or 15 relationships that work, you know what I call that? I call it magic. And it's like a trick that somebody has a top hat, a wand, a black cape, and a rabbit. They say, you see this rabbit? Put the rabbit inside of the hat. Voila, the rabbit disappears. He picks the hat up, tips it upside down, and nothing falls out. And The audience says, wow, wow, that's amazing. And women are like this. They fall in love with the magic. But it's a trick. Now, for anybody listening to the sound of my voice, are you trying to trick me? You trying to trick me? Are you trying to trick? I'm not a magician. Unless I'm a magician. Now, I only can become a magician in your eyes if you feel like I'm magical. I sometimes have been talking lately about this tomato can assembly line. Anybody ever seen in a brewery or factory or someplace where, I used to work at Stouffer's, for anybody that's worked at a food plant, and the food is, comes down the line. And the most important thing sometimes is if you're on the assembly line, is just to make sure the cans don't screw up. Keep them straight in case one of them is slotted wrong. And they go down into a package, they get boxed up and sent off to wherever they're going, to a consumers. Well, sometimes I feel like men are in that line, and sometimes I feel like women are tomato cans in this assembly line. I've been getting educated lately, and I have been flooded with information, and I'm starting to feel a whole lot of sorrow in my heart. I've never been considered heartless, and I don't think I'm heading towards being heartless, but I've been feeling a lot of sorrow. And a lot of this comes from more so what's standing in front of me as opposed to the vision that I painted for myself. Now, I got a decision to make. Do I want to continue to be me, chase my dreams, make YouTube videos at an alarming rate, coach, teach, all of these things? Or do I want to conform to another plan? If it was possible for me to have everything in the plan, then it would be sensible and it would make sense to me that I would take it, right? If you said, hey, Idutricllak, if you conform, or you can have it all, I do. You can have your career. You can have a intimate paradise. You can have as much money as your dreams. You can have it all. I would be a fool to say no to a deal like that. But where the confusion may come in when it comes to Mars and Venus is, what do you want? And in some situations, keywords like love, trust, when those words are brought up in my own mind, I don't know with the way we are as people if I trust. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. People have an agenda. What is that? What do you want? Tell me, lay it out on a piece of paper and prove to me that this is what I'll get. If not, I understand why the world chooses not to hire me. Or I understand why a parent, has chosen to give up on me. I understand why the penal system chooses to incarcerate me. I understand why the cemetery is waving. Come on, Idutricllak. Come on. And I understand why a woman from the bayous down in Louisiana who has the capabilities of making gumbo and bourgeoisie and Creole, beautiful, light skin, long hair, whatever, has the ability to put a magic potion into the food that I would eat to try to hypnotize me. I would understand that because you want me in a trance. Because if I'm walking around with my hands in front of my face, my eyes closed, and I'm murmuring something like, "Rrr," I look like Frankenstein or the mad scientist that was known as Frankenstein. Am I the monster or am I the scientist? Am I the project or am I the producer? Song says everybody plays the fool sometimes. Is this another role that I'm being casted for? Is King Samuel Poem playing another trick on me from the grave or from someplace else? What is Motell Granite trying to do with me? Huh? Do they got a plan set up for me? Because right now, it looks like everything is cold. Everything is cool. Everything is copacetic. Everybody blue blind now. I come in the studio in different places. Me and Motell Granite are not allowed to be in here at the same time. So when I come on my days, it's like a newspaper rolled out for me along with a red carpet. Everybody is now treating me like royalty. Is this a trap? Is this a setup where the people who are infamous for having a lot of money and who have homosexual desires and have the keys to all the success out here, it seems like, are they welcoming me in like the grave? Hey, come on in. Idutricllak, glad to see you. I stand outside the door, rain falling on my head, unsure. Do I enter this castle, this haunted castle, or do I stay outside when my vehicle is not running? Did it mysteriously conk out and I need to use their telephone because I actually don't have any reception in this area? So am I stranded in life? Do I need people? Do people need me? These are the questions that I ask inside of my brain. It's a new year. The calendar is flipped over. What are you going to do? Somebody asks me, what are you going to do? No. What are you going to do? And whatever you're going to do, I suggest you do that. I realize when you're talking to other people, words can be like darts going upside of a dartboard. If it hits in that red spot, that could be considered a heart. And once it punctures that thing, it could hurt depending on where you're standing. In this game of darts, everybody wants to be in love with somebody. And everybody wants to believe you're in love with them. What is the truth? I've seen relationships technically come and go. I've seen people invest, pack up U-Haul trucks, and do all kinds of things in the name of love. Somewhere, somehow, a magic trick occurs. Instead of somebody putting a rabbit in a hat, they put you inside of the hat. The crowd is watching. Third parties, fans, friends, family members, as this circus or magic trick is being done by the magician. Now, the magician is usually the opposite person, the person that's on the other side of the process that's doing the magic. The poor rabbit didn't know that it was going to disappear. But just like relationships that break and bust, they put your ass in that hat, wave that magic wand, and poof, your ass is gone. The magician takes a bow, crowd cheers. But what about the rabbit? Can anybody answer that? What about the motherfucking rabbit? So who are you in this trick? Are you the rabbit? Or are you the magician? Or are you what I call the third party, fucking audience that paid money to see you disappear? Paid money to be tricked, to see illusions. You know, people pay money to go. When you pay a magician, you're paying a magician to do something to trick you. If that's the reality and that's what you people want, I'm going to create a PayPal. Y'all can start sending me money. I'm going to create illusion after illusion. I'll lie to your ass until the cows come home, if you'll pay me for it. But I've been having dialogue lately about the truth. Let's talk about the truth. It's not let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about the truth. Let's talk about loyalty. Let's talk about trust. Can I trust you? That's a question that needs to be asked. This is Idutricllak. Idutricllak stands for I don't understand the reason I cannot live like a king. I'm sitting in this dark room and it's cold as hell. I sit in this place. I come to this place a lot of times because it reminds me of prison. This feels like incarceration. When I was in a tank and in a holding cell, isolated, locked down. This room feels like that. If you was in this room right now, where I'm at, I don't know if you can see the breath blowing. It's about 7 degrees. I'm in a bad environment. I am surrounded by bullets. I am surrounded by animals. And I am in a situation where some of them respect me and some of them may not. But this lab, this place, it needs work done to it. Just like my heart and my spirit. Have I forgiven where I came from? Or am I still upset that I didn't get what I was looking for? Does life really go on? And why is everybody crying about what they have and what they don't have? Truth is, just like that magic trick, nobody's satisfied with a damn thing. I'm calling this one magic. I need to remember that. This one, it's about magic. Now you see me, now you don't. Now you love me, now you don't. Now you care for me, now you don't. I've seen it. It's a magic trick. It's an illusion. What do you want? If you ask people that, you probably won't get an answer. Almost be willing to bet on you probably won't get an answer. This is a jipper conversation that I'm having right now. This is cheerful. This is good news. I'm actually happy. This is actually fun. I put myself in this environment so that I can feel it from my feet all the way to my head. Because I didn't want to be lounging in some kind of a king-like environment and trying to give this presentation feeling that way. This is about magic. This is relationship talk. I don't have no sidekick or anybody with me this time. Nobody's with me this time. So let's see what we get. Let's see how that turns out. Let's see how much support it is when it's just me. Regardless of what anybody says, this is how I tell the tale. How much support is it when it's just me? You know, I get a lot of props and a lot of compliments and praises for things, but really, you know, everything that I've done has been beneficial when somebody else is involved. So what is everybody saying to me? What is being said to me? So I can get on and do a rap song. I can create my own. I can do one somebody else did. I can do some funky chicken type dance. I can come up with thousands of characters like I've done. I can read something that I wrote. You know, as a matter of fact, I can do that now. I'll read something else that I wrote. Posed in front of me. Hey, this one is going to be for Big Phoenix. Big Phoenix, let me see if I can break out something else that I wrote. Did I read this stuff yet? Let me see, I don't know. Well, let me show you the paperwork again. Got a few minutes, but let me read some of this. This one goes under passion. It says story of passion is what it goes by. It says, thank you, God. As easy as this flows, a river of passion takes the stage. This heart pumping device makes me blush. Cut. Have an elementary schoolyard crush. It is the chief of my rush. I respect it like no other. It treats me like it's a baby brother. So if others laugh at me because of passion, because of my passion, because it's bulky and surpasses them before I use it, pow! Passion takes third parties down. I wrote this before last year. Takes third parties down. Anybody's ever had dialogue with me know I can't fucking stand third parties. Hate them with a passion. Third parties. So boom, took them down. Third parties. Have them dressed in goofy attire until I retire them. Watch out. But back to the good. Sometimes I'm an animal. I think we've heard that before. A very large mammal. In tough times and environments, descend-like surroundings, passion holds water in desolate areas like a camel. Because of my passion, I kiss you like a beast, gentleman and lover. Passion assists my confidence. It runs with me through all my endeavors. We quite clever. Passion leaves me? Never. As time progresses, passion never gets old. It's pure like gold, bold, and does have control. Keep this paper down here. Wish I had an assistant, somebody to hold this down while I read it. But working by myself, so this is what it is. My passion for you is real. My passion for you is loyal and hardworking. Don't let my passion make you nervous. I won't curve it. Can't. But up to God I thank for passion that rolls like a tank to the bank where $1 million questions get answered because of my faith. But passion is on my sleeve. I get in on my knees to ask, wed thee, and daily thank God for all that I need, all that we need. Passion has me laughing. Most can't understand minds. How I can write deep thoughts. You get the point. Passion is real. In my life backpack, I take it to the hills. Sit and have dinner with it. I tell my passion, just like you, I love it. Passion has been with me since I was a child. 1972, all the way up until who I be, Maurice. This passion is the reason I act wild, weird, and crazy, but never lazy and never unsure about how I feel. Blank, blank, blank. Passion was my eyes, mind, soul, heart, all showing laughter, tears, and more. Passion takes me to church. Passion. Now, if anybody that wanted to see, I'm not playing with y'all. See, all of this stuff that I wrote. Right. See that? I got tons of things down here. Right. I got a lot of it. So, you understand what I'm saying? Who wants stuff? That's passion. This is magic. This whole thing is magic. So I'm tired. I'm sick of, it's 2000 and whatever. 2000 and something. Chances of making it to 3000, so I'm safe by saying 2000 and something. But this is the dungeon. Heart steady pumping. Love is something that I seem to have made up. If love got some faces, then I love to touch. Some people, they get mad because I just want to Call myself master. Call myself the blaster. If you got questions, you know I am reacting. If you want to know something, go ahead and ask me. If you got a pistol, then go ahead and blast thee. If you feel like that's going to make you feel better. Because when it's cold outside, you can put on a sweater. See me, I'm just going to chill like it's all warm. I'm going to say what I want to because I'm born inside of the world, giving you a lot of things. Style plus charisma, and I'm king. No question about that. It's God and then it's me. Anybody got any questions about what they see? If you got some, then ask yours to God. I'm waiting to see if you got your answer, cuz. If not, it's not going to come from me. What are you expecting from me anyway, G? See, whether you're young or you're old, people now doing things that are real bold, trying to push you and prod you to where they want you to go. That's slavery, you know. Trying to tell another grown human what to do. Man, I'm going to lay down on the ground and pretend like I got the flu and try to say, I'm sick. Because everybody out here to me seem to be a bit off on the things that they're trying to do. Man, do you say that you got the flu? Yeah, I heard that you acting. But this thing that I'm performing is called magic. Wave my hand like that, voila. I'm here and then I disappear now. So my situation let me say this. My situation, yeah, it never may change. But if it does, then it goes on inside of my brain. You feeling pain? Well, go on and join the group. Everybody out here feel like they want to shoot. Young men always now starting to blast. Nobody want to go to school if you ask. Some people just go and sit inside of the chairs. Some people just sitting there looking and they stare, not having a clue on where the hell they're going. They just sit back there thinking about their dick blowing. Yeah, that girl sitting next to him sucking it. And everybody out here talking about just fucking bitches. I understand that because I think the same thing. So is something really wrong with my brain? I done heard these conversations about what women want. And I already know what these things that people won't do. So I'm cool with what everybody else is saying.